told you in previous videos I would share any magical moments in my what is now 50-year musical intermittent journey. This morning I think I've discovered something. I'm calling it Rosetta Stone 2. It's linking, you guessed it, minor pentatonic positions, but linking and really getting to know the 5 positions, but 3 notes per string. I watched this guitarist this morning and I was blown. Firstly, he started off with a D to a G, which is a 4th interval. Now it's difficult for me to play on here. Then he skipped 4 strings, so he's using string skipping, hammer-ons and pull-offs. Now that's the opening sequence. And then he goes into a series of 3-note D minor pentatonic licks. And I had to view the video about 12 times and I figured out what he's doing, because I'm trained by ear, you know. And that's why my lessons are very practical, because I'm self-trained by watching YouTube videos. And in the old days, we used to listen to a transistor radio or a tape recorder or cassette or a long playing record, wear the needle out. But my ideas are very practical. In that only 4 years ago, remember, I'm not theoretically trained. I only found out about theory 6 years ago. I found out about A minor pentatonic after 44 years of playing. Yet I played in several venues, sometimes for thousands of people. I'm like you. I taught myself to play by watching other kids in the school quadrangle and later in underaged in nightclubs. Okay, so 4 years ago I went upstairs and I told my wife, like a eureka moment. I called it Rosetta, my Rosetta Stone of music. It was this simple: linking the 5 positions of the minor pentatonic scale. I was astounded that once I learned that, how I could automatically start playing most of my favorite rock artist solos, because they all use it. And what I discovered recently, they use mainly 2 positions, often position 3 and 4 or 4 and 5, sometimes both, which is in the middle of the fretboard. And that's because they weren't academically trained, most of them, and they made hit songs that most of us revel to till this day, up to 50 years and more later. This morning, what my Rosetta Stone 2 was a linking of the 3 notes per string minor pentatonics, but in all 5 positions. Now please bear with me here, because this is really going to change my playing. I can pick it up. I've been working on 3 notes per string for 6 months now to get my hand fanned out. So if you look at my recent lessons, in recent months, you'll see how I've been coming along very slowly, because I do other things as well. So I chose D minor because it's quite a convenient key to start on the, in a moment I'll show you, in the 4th position. Is it the 2nd position? So D minor pentatonic, D, F, G, A and C, which is intervals 1, flat 3, 4, 5 and flat 7. But you know that by now. So D to F is the 2nd. So when I start down here, the first available position for D minor, F, G, A again, C, D again, open D string, F, G again and C, and then I'm going to go D, I'm going to go C, D, F, G, A. Nice and slowly, okay? You get that into your muscle memory. Things are going to start happening. I'm calling that position 2 because it's D to the 2nd note in the D minor scale, the D major scale. Well, it's in the D pentatonic minus pentatonic scale. Is the 2nd note. That's the 2nd position. You get that into your muscle memory. Then the G, they got D, F, F, so it's the 3rd position. So it's on G, A, C, C again, D purposely, F, F again, G, A, C, D, F, Okay, you got the pattern. That's name the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to do out of the A, the fourth position. A, B. A. I must concentrate. A, C, D, D again, F, G, G again. You follow this logic? A, C, C again, D, F, F again, A, C, D. And then you start at the C, which is the fifth position. Okay, because it's the one before D, which is the fifth note in the D minor pentatonic. C, D, F, F again, G, C, C again, G, A, excuse me, I've gone blank, F, G. You're following the logic here. Now, I promise you, I'm not going to bore you to play it fast, even if I could. You're going to see what's going to happen. You put those 5 positions of D minor pentatonic, but into your muscle memory, and you're going to tear up this fretboard. Now remember, I started by telling you the gentleman was string skipping. He was going wide stretch, a fourth interval, a D to a G is a fourth, and he does the same thing there. Does that whet your appetite? It should. But like me, you're going to really, on electric guitar, to get a higher reach here on the fretboard, you're going to really have to sit down and get it, your hand fanned out, get it into your muscle memory so that you too can fly between the 5 positions of a minor pentatonic scale initially, but 3 notes per string positions. Okay, I can't stress that enough. So it takes a bit of time, as you can see. Here's just a basic example. So I'm going to focus, what you need to do is focus on a certain section of the neck. There's your D minor. But you're going to need to be able to fly between those 3 notes per string positions, and then you will see magic unfold before your very eyes and ears, and see the face on your audience when you get it right. Now this can take, if you're not used to the stretches, it can take several weeks to months, if not years in some cases, depends how often you play. So don't be despondent, but I promise you, as I started by telling you, this is what I call a Rosetta Stone tune, and I'm talking about absolute leaders in guitar music, which is generally fusion based, that I'm referring to, where these guys that you see on the online channels absolutely rip the fretboard up with their hands are flying, and you just can't figure out what they do. Let me tell you, just let your ears do the talking. You will see what I'm talking about. You will pick up what's sometimes they tune the guitar down a half step to confuse you. So they tune the guitar into E flat, where this guitar in standard tuning is tuned off an E note in fourths, and then a major third from the G to the B string. They do the same standard tuning, but they drop the whole level of the guitar's tuning down a half step. So, or they might drop it down into D. The whole guitar goes down into D, and therefore you're following their fingers and you can't figure out why you can't get the same sounds. If you're a novice, you might not know that trick. They often do it in like Jimi Hendrix would often play in E flat, because the strings could be bent more easily because the tension on the strings were less. You watching verbatim as a beginner and try and play his solos, his 2-finger solos, it's because he's half a fret lower. Okay, I know it's really basic for many of you if you're watching 3 notes with string licks, but you can see but you want to be able to talk and do them. That's when the magic's going to happen. But I was focusing on playing 3 notes per string just until yesterday. G minor, I love G minors. But I haven't put my brain into, because I'm thinking about what I'm going to talk to you about. But I like G minor because it's quite low down on the fretboard and it gives you the stretches. But now when you go to D minor, you get a new challenge. As I demonstrated to you earlier. But I was focusing on just playing 1 position, 3 notes per string, or maybe 2 positions. But now I want you to start thinking in a bigger 2 horizontal octaves, but linking, being able to fly through all 5 positions using 3 note per string licks. So you can go, and you can almost instinctively go. You're going to need to be able to go. Which you can see I'm struggling to. You're going to get to, you're going to know these things so well. You're going to know them so well. That's the objective. That you can fly between all 5 of those positions. Well, there's actually 5 in one octave, and then 5 in the next horizontal octave, and then there's 5 positions. So there's 10 5-note sequences that I want you to get to know. And that's just in 1 key. But once you got that in your muscle memory, you can transport it in a different key. You can go to E and do the. I'm letting my ear guide me here, but you can see I'm fumbling because this is new to me. But if you keep at it, I'm going to see you in the next universe of guitar players. What's that? Looks like a halo. Jokes aside, thank you very much for subscribing. I only need 3 more to hit 500. Just remember, on the 6th of December 2023, as the song goes, I only had 6 after 6 years. That's been a massive growth for me this year, and I appreciate my loyal following. And I wish you a good day. I'm going to a sparkling wine festival today in Sydney, and if you're there in the crowd, come say hello to me. I'd like to know who you are, because I've got quite a few viewers here in Sydney, and I thank all my American-based viewers, which represent something like 36% of my viewing base, if not 40. Thanks very much. Hope you understand my accent. I'm originally from Cape Town, South Africa. I live in Sydney, Australia, and I just want to share my joy with you with this instrument, and keep an eye out for my jams. Thank you very much. Good day.